Yo, what's up guys? Your boy Nitrostorm here. Welcome back to Snowbreak Containment Zone. You could say I'm a day late, but we're here today for a deep dive analysis. So obviously the event has come out. I did play the event, right? Well, only the material is out, but I haven't done the trial stuff yet. So the first thing we're going to be doing is taking a look at the event banners, of course. So first off, we have two banners. Obviously, we have the new character, right? Of course, and her weapon. So first of all, she is a shotgun user, right? Here we go. Blitzing fangs, and we have Eatchel, the Cub. So we'll quickly take a look at her kit first, because otherwise, if you take a look at the weapon first without knowing the kit, I wouldn't have a good understanding on how much the weapon will affect her. So first things first, she is obviously a shotgun user. First skill, territorial patrol. Eatchel, so 5-second cooldown, 5 energy cost, so another spammy skill. Eatchel moves a short distance toward a target and pulls all enemy targets within range towards her with Gust of Predation, dealing 1 instance of kinetic damage. Okay, kinetic damage dealer. After territorial patrol hits a target, Eatchel recovers HP with final recovery amount increased by 5%. Okay, so it's like kind of similar to Nita, her E. But this one is, I guess, probably easier to pull off than Nita. Okay, what's next? But unlike Nita, she heals. Eatchel heals, and then Nita gains a shield. Okay, let's see. After using the standard skill, her next 2 shots become Gust of Wandering, which deal AoE kinetic damage to targets upon hit and have a greatly reduced interval between shots. Gust of Wandering can deal damage up to 5 targets. And then her neural skills, Gust of Wandering no longer consumes ammo. So if you use this, the next 2 shots will cost no ammo, which is nice. And then max number of targets is 7, so large AoE. Straightforward. Her support skill, Savage Pounce, 12s energy cost and 12-second cooldown. Let's see. 1 instance of 8 is probably, it doesn't seem like it's AoE, right? So a single target attack that can inflict stunned. And however, she does heal with this skill, which is pretty cool. I think this is the first support skill where you get instant healing, right? Now, last but not least, her ultimate, Unyielding Rise, 100 U energy cost, classic with 60-second cooldown. She transforms into a hybrid form. Swift attack and air in front of her, knocking targets in the air. 13 instances of kinetic damage, restoring HP to all operatives, and charging icebound claws. Okay, so she actually transforms. 1 icebound claw will naturally disappear every 10 seconds, with the ice claw being the most charge being, ice claw with the most charge being consumed first. When the operative's HP, the deployed one less than 30%, consumes 2 ice claws to restore HP equal to the amount of HP to the operative. Okay, and apply invulnerable. So this kind of like a protection kind of thing. Okay, interesting. So it's kind of like, okay, so it's not an offensive kind of thing. Ice claws provide all operatives. Oh, okay. So there is a buff. Ice claws will provide all operatives with an attack bonus according to the charge amount. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of like an emergency heal with an attack buff that is based on healing bonus. To get healing bonus, the first thing that I can think of when it comes to direct equipment, and I guess the only accessible way is through logistics. So we'll quickly go over what I mean. So by logistics, you have to upgrade it all the way to plus 15, and then when you change the talent, that's all you get. That's all you'll get healing bonus, I think. I don't remember if you can get healing bonus from the first two. I don't remember getting healing bonus there, so yeah, it's the third talent. You can only get it through the third talent. Otherwise, you might need to get a specific weapon and probably dupes. Outside of that, I can't really think of anything else really. Alright, so overall, she seems like she could be kind of fun as a main DPS probably, but mainly more so for AoE perhaps. But with the 2 shots being free, she might be cool being like an armor breaker because she is a shotgun user. But she is the most healer focused character that we've had so far. All of her skills heal. Now the standard skill heals herself. Support skill heals basically your whole team. It says here nearby, so when it comes to single player, at least it'll heal all your whole team, I think. And then for ult, it's your whole party. So yeah. So let's take a look at the manifestations. When equipped, so her first dupe hunting time, when equipped with a kinetic weapon, Eatchel obtains 2 icebound claws based on her loadout attack. When the number of fully charged icebound claws is 2 or less, icebound claws will not automatically disappear. Oh, that's interesting. So basically, you can keep. So the ice claw will become essentially permanent, right? Kind of, unless they're consumed because you go below 30%. But it does seem like this will make her buff very substantial because you can't simply remove it over time, and it'll stay at 2. Now her second manifestation, Lingering Warmth. Each time Icebound Claws is naturally cleared, decreases cooldown of Unyielding Rise by 10 seconds. Oh, okay. So this will allow you to spam the ultimate more. That's cool. Each fully charged Icebound Claw increases all types of damage by an extra 3%. So with 5, that becomes 15%, right? Okay, so the neural skills at least help you keep a constant 2 Icebound Claw. Obviously, in terms of how to manage it, I don't know how yet because I have yet to try it out. Yeah, of course, I expected the 4th manifestation will increase the ultimate level by 1. And obviously increasing the healing as well as the capacity for more damage and probably more buffs as well. And then last but not least, max Icebound Claws will go from 5 to 6. Okay. I kind of have an idea on how she works, but we'll see with the actual gameplay for my final verdict. Now let's take a look at the weapon and see how beneficial it is for her. So obviously, kinetic damage, so 7 ammo. I believe that means it's relatively good rate of fire. Increases healing effect and ultimate skill damage by 18%. As expected, she is ultimate focused. When the equipping operative, not including auxiliary units, heals a target, stores the healing amount, and increases attack of the full squad by 10.8% of the stored healing. Stored healing max is 10,000. So, and stored healing automatically decreases by 500 per second. I see. So 10% of this, 10% of 10,000 is 1,000. So you're looking at 1,000 attack. And then since she heals a lot, you're going to be probably getting close to that. Very smart. Now, if we dupe that up, right, we'll take a look at the max dupe. Oh no, that's the wrong shotgun. There we go. Take a look at the max level, 30%, 18%, and it's still 10,000, and it's still 500. Okay, that's cool. So you go from you go from 1,080, right? 1,800 attack to it is 1,080 attack to 1,800 attack. Interesting. Okay, well, TLDR. Unfortunately, you need a weapon, in my opinion. As it does seem like you will benefit from this a lot, right? 1,000 attack is nothing to ignore, right? It's nothing. It's not a small thing, and she is based on healing your team, over healing your team, and keeping your icebound claws up for the extra attack bonus, as you can see. Okay, so overall she does seem interesting. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pull, mainly because I'm broke, right? I can't, unless I'm insanely lucky, then probably, right? Okay, in any case, let's try her out. So obviously, if you like her design, go for it, you know. She kind of reminds me of Narmaya from Grand Blue Fantasy, except you know, like a smaller version, if that makes sense. But in any case, let's take a look at the gameplay, because I need to find out how to charge those icebound claws. Highly likely that it's through shooting, right? But we'll see, we'll see. Now we do have to charge up all the way to 100 though. It's not like the previous characters, like oh, I lost my trail of thought there. Nothing like Tess or Haru M1, where you can cast the initial ult. Alright, where's the enemies? Alright, so as you can see at the bottom left, you have Icebound Claw right at 2. And this is duped up, right? It's a duped up version. Now let's see what happens when we shoot. Is it charging? No, it's not charging. The Icebound Claws don't charge. Okay. Using my skill and then the 2 free shots, right? Interesting. Let's try that again. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Let's try that again. So you do this, so you can hold the shoot button to get some damage there, which is pretty cool. Obviously, you have the classic shotgun reload. Let's take a look at the ultimate. Okay, so now I've got 5.8. Now, what I should expect is that the damage is now larger, right? Yep, 17k. Well, I mean, it went down now, but okay. So, compared to, you know, our other recent releases, you can argue that this is one of the more straightforward types. And if you swap around and then do a bit of this. Oh, okay, so she does deal the damage and then the team gets healed a bit. Let's quickly get out real quick, because there's one more thing that I did miss. Well, a few. But in terms of her kit, the neuronics. So her max level, her Deiwos 4, Eatchel's healing bonus increases by 20%, and then for each 100 alignment index, increases that by an extra 6%. Okay, so you want 100 alignment index plus, I think there's healing bonus. I'm not really too sure about that yet, to be honest. But alignment index you get from the first 2 slots on your logistics. as you can see. Yeah, I was right. You look at that healing bonus and alignment index, and new energy recovery. The game already told you which stats you want, which is these three. And obviously, the new event logistics set created for her is her best in slot, right? Healing effect and then more healing effect here. And then that's it. It's just lots and lots of healing effect, which you do want, right? And as I've mentioned, manifestations are all maxed. So that includes keeping it at 2. It doesn't go below 2. And this one here decreases cooldown by 10 seconds when you lose a claw. So from the looks of it, you can't actually charge your claw unless you use the ultimate. Hence why you get ultimate energy recharge, right? You energy charge. But overall, her gameplay is pretty straightforward. There's not really much to say. I don't think you use her as a main DPS. It's possible that you use her as a switch in. My main reason for that is because the E cooldown is relatively low, but not low enough for you to, you know, keep using her on the field. So for example, you do this, and then switch, and then you switch out, and then you use life and then shoot around a little bit, and then in case. Oh, okay. All right, sorry for that. So if you didn't notice, her support skill, I'm not really a big fan of it. I'll show you in a bit. So basically, you have to be close. As you can see, she spawns in the same spot that you were at the moment you press the support skill. Just to keep in mind, right? So in order for you to actually use it to hit enemies, you need to be in close range, I guess, right? And then you'll get the stun out, right? But this is what I'm thinking, right? You do that, switch in, and then switch back like this, right? Do that, and then support skill, and then you shoot around, right, to get the healing in. You know what I mean? And then you switch back, gather more enemies, shoot, switch out. You know what I mean? And then you go back to your main, and then if there's enemies close, do this to stun. And then you can switch to her, because you know her skills don't cost that much anyway, so I think she is a switch in character. And then that's pretty much about it really. And then the only source of the claw thing to go up to max is using her ultimate. And that's pretty much about. Oh, okay, I didn't get any charge. I think I have to hit enemies. Okay. Alright, so I've gathered as much as I can through the operative trial, as well as the information that I've gathered from the Echo as well. So in terms of her overall kit, I believe she is a switch character where you switch into her to gather enemies with her E because it has low cooldown, and then after switching out, you use her support skill to heal. This will enable you to heal as often as possible using Eatchel, taking complete advantage of her signature weapon, assuming you go for it, and take advantage of the stored healing. And with that said, because you've given her logistics some U energy recovery, the 2 shots that you use with the standard skill will contribute to gaining unyielding rise. And then when you cast this, it's basically free healing on top of that, but you need to hit an enemy, I believe. But because when I used it, right, I didn't get Icebound Claw, so I think you have to hit enemies, but that might have just been a glitch, right? But in any case, using the ult and then manifestations definitely help. I recommend going for at least manifestation 2, right? The next ones are mainly like for convenience and more damage, right? But they will take a little bit longer. So manifestation 2 is my recommendation for most efficient. Optimal is probably M5. Now in terms of worth pulling, what I will say is that if you're going to pull for Eatchel the Cub, then unfortunately, it's not my fault. Like, can't blame me for it. But unfortunately, I believe that the Blitzing Fangs is necessary. Just so that you don't really waste the overhealing that you will do when using Eatchel, because otherwise that extra healing that you're going to be obtaining from her will be put to waste unless you have this weapon. Now, one last thing, however, we do have a weapon that you can get in the shop, right? Rock Python. So I'll get that later myself, but we need to see the full passive. So we need to go to this section right here. So Rock Python. When the equipping operative uses the skill, increases the healing effect by 14.4%. And then if the target that received the healing is at max HP after healing, increases attack by 7.2% for 7 seconds. 12% for 7 seconds. Okay. Okay, you know what? I kind of take it back, right? Rock Python is actually pretty nice, right? I think it's pretty nice. You get a 33% attack boost there. You get extra healing effect and increased attack, and it's a free weapon. So, however, right, it's now less. So it's not necessarily needed, right? But it's kind of like, I would say that the difference between this and the other one, I think there's going to be a bit of a difference. But now that I saw the 4-star weapon, I actually don't think you need this that much. But if you do want to benefit from her a lot, then I would advise getting the weapon anyway. And there you have it. Because my pulls, I don't have enough, unfortunately I'm gonna have to skip Eatchel. I believe she is gonna be a fun addition, mainly for, I guess, for overall content, to be honest. Because she does have a lot of self-sustain, helpful in the new game mode as well, when you're doing the more difficult stages anyway, because she can heal herself all the time. But yeah, if you've got any more questions in regards to Eatchel, do let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you in terms of understanding her kit, her gameplay, and how I believe she should be played. But in any case, it's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video.